Charles Lindbergh's first flying experiences were with barnstorming, in which he and a group of barnstormers traveled from city to city and put on air shows. He would also perform daring stunts like wing walking and parachuting. After barnstorming, he received training from the Army Air Service training schools as an Air Service cadet. After becoming a member of the Air Service Reserve Corps, he got a job with the Robinson brothers to run airmail routes from St. Louis to Chicago in 1926. In 1921, French hotel owner Raymond Ortigue offered a prize of $25,000 to the first aviator to make a non-stop flight from New York to Paris. Until 1926, there were no planes powerful enough to make the trip, but the Wright Aeronautical Corporation and other manufacturers had created higher performing engines capable of doing the job. Lindbergh decided he wanted to use a Balanca, a new monoplane powered by a Wright Whirlwind engine, to complete the flight. But due to complications with obtaining the aircraft, Lindbergh turned to Ryan Airlines, who had agreed to build him a new plane. Charles was in charge of all design decisions, and Donald Hall, the chief engineer of Ryan Airlines, worked on the mechanical drawings of the plane. They began test flights of the aircraft upon its completion on April 27, 1927.
Charles Lindbergh took off at 7:52 a.m. on May 20, 1927, on a muddy runway in Long Island, New York. He was equipped with 451 gallons of gas, 4 sandwiches, and only 2 canteens of water. The Spirit of St. Louis had a 223 horsepower engine. Lindbergh would alternate between his 2 fuel tanks every hour to maintain balance. During his flight, Lindbergh would not be able to see in front of him, but would rather have to use his side windows to see. As he took his course over Nova Scotia at 10,000 feet above sea level, sleet began to form on his wings, forcing him to fly at a lower altitude. During the night, Lindbergh fought off sleep deprivation and began to hallucinate.
These phantoms speak with human voices, vapor-like shapes, without substance. The feeling of flesh is gone. Am I now more man or spirit?
The next day, he battled through fog at varying altitudes of 200 to 10 feet above the waves. As he neared Ireland, he saw fishing boats beneath him and yelled out for directions. Of course, they did not respond. He reached Ireland 2 hours early and only 3 miles off course. Perfect weather allowed Lindbergh to cruise over England at a steady 1,500 feet above sea level. At 10 p.m., Lindbergh flew around the Eiffel Tower in Paris and landed officially at 10:22 to 100,000 fans. His 33-hour, 3,600-mile journey had been a huge success.